Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Tension continues to mount in West Albion, St. Thomas, where residents displaced by a recent demolition exercise say they're still waiting for answers from the National Land Agency. Antonia Atkinson has the latest.
What was expected to be a meeting to address their concerns turned into another day of frustration. About 35 residents gathered at the Grants Bend Primary School on Thursday, expecting to meet with representatives of the National Land Agency. Instead, they say they were informed that the meeting had been cancelled after many had already arrived. The residents whose community has been thrust into the national spotlight following the demolition of several homes last week say they were giving no prior notice of the cancellation.
What is the real purpose of the NLA telling the people to go and survey their land, and then they drive pegs, and then they gave us forms to fill out and promising us that we can become owners in the future. If you had planned not to sold us the land, why? What is the reason for that?
The cancelled meeting comes weeks after the NLA, with police support, carried out a demolition exercise in the community. The agency has maintained that the occupants were illegally settling on government-owned lands and said it had followed established protocols, including serving notices and holding consultations from 2024. The NLA has also said the lands are being reserved for development purposes and that 28 structures have been identified for demolition.
We don't have the money for go buy the land for $5 million. So we know what I want to find out how several will get the government come and do this then. Who have a big piece, who have a small piece. Estimate it, do them diagram and sell it.
They insist they need documents, clear information and the status of the land and a fair opportunity to be heard before any further action is taken. Some say the cancellation of Thursday's meeting has only deepened their distrust as many families remain displaced and uncertain about their future.
We just want information about how we can get the land. As in, because a lot of persons they up there from like them are kids. Like for instance, me, 22, and I go on trying to get somewhere. Can't really necessarily depend on my mother. As we if you say I'm gonna live with my mother, so I really want somewhere for myself. Building, it comes on to a point where land people come up there, them start to plot out for plot out. Not much was said, but something was done. But that's it.
Antonia Atkinson, TVJ News.